Okay, you're live on Facebook, and Instagram is still
Instagramming.
still checking the connection. Oh, hang on. Is it started? Has it done it?
Hello, everybody on Facebook.
Hello, everybody on Facebook. Hang on.
We'll just skip everybody on Instagram.
I don't know what it's doing. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Nobody's.
Simulcasting.
This is. Well, you guys, you talk to Facebook.
Hi, everybody on Facebook, and welcome to week number 22 for Cook the States, which is our challenge that we're doing this year. And we are on week 22, which is Nebraska. So we have chosen to put out two dishes. One was a Runza, and one was a Reuben sandwich. And then you guys vote, and the vote that won was the Runza, which I've never actually eaten before. I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever even seen like a real Runza, so to speak.
Okay, you're live on
Until this week.
Instagram now.
Hello, everybody on Instagram. Now we're again on week 22, still on week 22, Nebraska, Cook the States, and we are making a Runza today. So a Runza is kind of like a pocket sandwich, and what I've done today, because it's a little involved with making the dough, and I have to say it's a very strange dough that I made following this particular recipe. It's kind of sweet and has eggs in it, and it's kind of soft. It feels more like a pastry dough in that way. So what I'm going to do is I found that there's a couple of different shapes of Runzas, and like I said, I've never had a Runza in Nebraska. My brother lives in Nebraska, so I've visited Nebraska several times, and it's a nice place, very pretty, and Omaha is quite the vibrant city. And I've seen Runza places where you can go in and get one. So from what I understand, the Runza is an import from Germany, and it is, there's a lot of in Nebraska, there's a lot of German heritage people in the Midwest and in Nebraska in particular. So we're going to try to make this. I mean, this is a very similar kind of food. You see that, like in the UK, for example, you have pasties, which are similar. In the Middle East, we have turnovers, which are similar. So it's like making a dough, and this one seems a little sweeter to me than like a pasty or a turnover in the Middle East. So that's the difference. But then again, a lot of food in the States tends to have sugar added to it, because I think people get used to having sweet foods even when they're savory. Okay, so this one, I'm going to make it into a different shape, because these are the two shapes that I've seen when it comes to Runzas. So I want to give, I guess, the best. I'm curious to know how these taste.
Are you going to taste one?
We'll be doing the tasting today, as she normally does. Okay, so the filling is just beef, cabbage, and some onion. So it's very simple, very straightforward. And oh yes, some cheese, grated cheese. I'm using mozzarella today, but I would imagine you could use any kind of cheese you'd like. So here we go. Runza number one. I'm going to take some filling, which is the meat and the cabbage that's been cooked. And I'm going to put it like that. I'd love to hear from anybody who has other types of turnovery kind of things like this. I mean, in their culture, in their state, or somewhere. It's interesting to me how these things come about, where you have, oftentimes it's out of necessity, like the pasties and things for the coal miners, and they needed something where they could eat with one hand, and it's just interesting how these are coming along. Okay, so then what we do is you kind of cover it up like that, and then turn it under, what I've seen. So this recipe calls for that, so turn it under here, And we are good to go. Okay. And now this one, which is similar, is just the other shape of the Runza that I've seen. So we're going to put some filling in the middle. Cabbage. So you make the filling, and like I said, it's beef, cabbage, onion, salt, pepper, and that's essentially it. So this one is going to be more of a bun shape, so kind of like that. Oh, you know what? And this happens when you're cooking. See? We forgot the cheese. So this happens when you're cooking sometimes. You forget something or whatever, but you know what? Not the end of the world. You just go back and do what you can to remedy the situation. That's what cooking is in a lot of ways. It's sort of managing the unexpected, and when the unexpected comes along, you just kind of have to wing it in a way. Okay, so here we have, now you can brush these with butter or olive oil or anything you want, just to make them shiny if you like. So there they are, the two different kinds of runzas. Both have the same filling, which is the meat and the cheese. And now this will go in the oven for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And through the magic of the internet, I'll open the oven, and lo and behold.
Wow.
That was quick. Wasn't that quick?
That was very impressive. Well done.
Thank you. There's our runzas.
The Safe has just joined and waves hello.
Hello, Safe. Now, Safe is going to be very critical about my runzas because I think he has a certain runza in mind. But you see, Safe, I've never seen a runza, so I have no idea. I have to go from photos. So, I'm going to cut this in half. It's a runza filling, though.
I've never seen a Runza either, so I can't tell you.
Harriet's going to taste it.
I'm going to taste it, okay?
You're going to taste it.
All right, you're going to... We need to get this transition down to a T each time.
I know, I think we have to.
We need to get you eating gluten again. And then I'm not the one who has to try and eat all the time.
That's right.
It smells sweet, weirdly.
It is sweet. I bet.
It is weirdly sweet. It's good. Like a pasty, kind of.
Yes.
Steak would probably say it's not like a pasty. I'm generalizing. It's good, though.
I think Safe is giving us a thumbs up with our runza.
Ah, well done.
I'm assuming that he's giving us a thumbs up.
He said it looks exactly like an Uncle Runza.
That's the worry. And then there's this one, which is the round runza.
He said it's not a oozabla. I think that's what it says.
Oh, see? This is different.
Mmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah, I thought that the dough seemed kind of like a sweet pastry type dough. So whether that's just one of the recipes, it seemed like most of them were that way. Anyway, that is this week, which was Nebraska, and it flew by. And I was very glad to have my Nebraskan friend on watching to give us feedback. And I will now be saying goodbye and reminding you that next week is week 23, and next week is Minnesota, when the two dishes are Juicy Lucy, which is a type of burger.
It's a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger with the cheese on the inside. Or tater tot.
Hot dish?
Hot dish. There we go. Tater tot hot dish, which looks sort of like a casserole of sorts. But they both look good.
Safe says, thank you for featuring the best steak.
Always. And we're very glad that you were here to feature it with us. And do send in your feedback on the Runza, and say hello to everybody. Okay, thanks everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we're cooking something from Minnesota. Take care.